Okay then everyone, so I'm going to be showing you how to soften up and sex a tarantula molt. This one of course here is Zelda, my Lasiodora of Haohaibana. She's doing well, molted without any problems, which is good considering she had a bit of a rupture on her abdomen and she's got rid of that. So yeah, of course all you're going to need for this is the tarantula molt, the part with the carapace and abdomen on is not really important, but if you want to sort of get it mounted nicely, then it's nice to have if you can. And of course the main tarantula molt. The main part you need to sex a tarantula is the underside of the abdomen. So we've got the molt, a plate here which I will spread the spider out on. This is a dinner plate, nice manly colour of course, and a bowl here with some warm water and a drop of washing up liquid. So starting off, pick up the tarantula. You can see it is all there. And I'll just place this into the water and very carefully get it submerged. It's actually, the molt's actually too big for this bowl. Just very carefully push it in. It shouldn't take too long for this to be softened up. So even though it's kind of, this part's softened up, this leg here is still very hard, so let's try and turn it over now. Try and leave the tips submerged. Another thing to have handy, if you have any about, are cocktail sticks. These are really good for manipulating the limbs and opening up the abdomen and things, especially with smaller spiders, because of course it's very hard to move the legs around if they are very, very small. So I'll demonstrate in a minute how useful they are. What you can do to try and soften them up, if you keep the spider in place very carefully and hold the edge of the limb, you can kind of work the limbs a little bit to soften them up. Obviously don't be too rough with them. Okay then, I think that's softened up nicely. Very carefully take the molt out. Let some of the water drain off. And place it onto the dinner plate. And then I can open it out. You can see that she really is a big girl. Obviously this is how big she was, so she is now bigger than this. But yeah, a very good, very nice molt. Okay, so here's the fang. As you can see, it is retracted. And this is a decent size, I'd say probably maybe 3/4 of an inch. You would not like to get bit by that at all. I mean, it's so sharp. So yeah, if the spider were to drive those into you, you would you'd know about it. And same with the other one. Incredibly sharp fangs. Okay then, so we're looking at the abdomen part of the molt now. I apologise, I'm actually going to be holding the camera for this segment of the video to kind of get a bit closer to the part I'm trying to show you. So yeah, this is the abdomen part of the molt, and when looking for a female, there's two things that you want to look out for. The first is basically the flap, which is this bit here. Obviously that is a clear indication that you have a female, because you know it's female. And the second thing is the spermatheca, which is these here. And this is used for basically female tarantulas can store sperm, so when they breed with a male they will store sperm in these and will use it later on when they are ready to produce eggs. So that is basically the main two ways in which to sex a tarantula molt. It's all in the abdomen really. Of course, if you have a male tarantula and it were to hook out, which is when they get hooks on the first pair of legs, not the pedipalps but the actual walking legs, that's a clear indication that you have a male. Of course, some spiders do not get hooks. Avix and Poecilotheria, for example, do not. So, but yeah, that's a quick look at the actual spider. I thought it would be kind of interesting for especially people that are new to keeping tarantulas or new to the channel, who want to know what how to sex tarantulas if they've just got their first one and want to know how to do it. Then this is a pretty good way of doing so. Okay then, so diagonally across Zelda, it is at 21 centimeters, although that front leg isn't exactly straight. So 21 centimeters is a little over 8 inches, which is actually a little bit smaller than I thought she was. To be fair, I thought she was closer to 9, but then that's still a pretty big tarantula, and it's obviously very bulky as well. So hopefully she'll be more towards the 9-inch now after the recent molt. So still a very big spider though. Yeah, obviously not my biggest. That award is still held by my Theraphosa sturmei, who was a little over 11 inches, which is pretty huge for a male. So yeah, hopefully she will continue to grow. Obviously, I actually just checked when I had her, and I had this spider on the 11th of February 2001 as a sling. So yeah, I've had her for sort of like 6.5 years, and this is what you get after after years of waiting. You get a giant tarantula that's big enough to scare anyone away, pretty much. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I kind of went off the point a little bit, but I still hope you've enjoyed watching this and just seeing how big Zelda actually is. And of course there will be a feeding update on her in the very near future. In the description of this video there'll be some links to the time-lapse molt and some other videos of Zelda if I have any, so be sure to check those out. And as always, thank you for watching everyone, take care, and I'll see you soon in the next video.